Well, welcome back to the channel. Back in Truck Driver. This video, I'm going to do a bit differently. I'm not going to do any of the, well, where am I going? Not going to do any of the jobs. Just going to drive around the map. What I did do, I've had to redo this video. It was basically to do with, like, you know, what you'd like to see, or what I'd like to see maybe in the game. And I did see the live stream. I didn't see it live. I missed that. I was actually busy. But I watched it. Was it last night? Yesterday afternoon. Can't remember now. And they were, you know, obviously asking questions, what people would like to see, and showing you the new patch update. Basically, I mean, some of the questions or some of the things I was thinking of was already mentioned and what have you. What I did make a little list. I know it's a bit sad, but I was just like, oh, that'd be quite interesting having this. So I just wrote it down. But anyway, yeah, what I'm going to do is some of the stuff I actually thought about. I've actually written, like I said, I'm going to go off a list I've made. It's not brilliant. I mean, some people might think it's absolutely ridiculous or stupid or can't be done. I don't know. I'm not a developer. I don't know how to do all these things. So it's just something, like I said, they asked what they wanted to see, or what they think people wanted to see in the game. So yeah, basically, I mean, like with new jobs and contracts, because we haven't, you know, obviously you've only got these ones on this map. I actually thought of, like, you know, adding different vehicles, like so. But I mean, one of the things I thought was another job you could do, maybe another you know, business you go to help out is maybe like to do scrap haulage and stuff like that. You know, maybe collecting stuff from a car breaker's yard, scrap yard, or something like that, or, you know, whatever. And another thing I thought about is having another vehicle. Is being able to, I know this is probably going away from the idea of truck driver, I think, but I don't know. What I did think about was a recovery truck. Now, you're doing these different jobs with different people. Now, maybe if you actually had, you know, a recovery truck you could buy, and you could do those sort of contracts and that. You have someone who comes out, so you got, like, you know, this van in front, or the car, or whatever, breaks down. And you basically go out and recover it and take it back to the garage, or a garage, or whatever. I don't know. It's just, like I said, these are just ideas. Another one was animals. Now, one of the jobs could be, like I said, transporting animals from a market to farms. So, adding maybe a couple of farms into the game. Might be nice. And then in the fields around and stuff, maybe not that one, but, you know, maybe having some animals just stood in the fields eating the grass or something. I don't know, but, you know, that's another job you could have. So the trailer you're going to have on the back is obviously to transport animals in, you know, like cows, sheep, pigs, whatever. I don't know, like I said, that is just an idea. So I'm trying to read what I've got down here without crashing, so I am going to slow down a bit. Yeah, some of the areas around the map, if I find one, it's starting to rain. If I find one, I'll show you. But you might have noticed when you're driving around doing some of these jobs and that, that you'll come past a bit of, you're going along the road and you'll see an area behind the barrier, or behind a gate, you know what I mean, and it looks like there's something could be there. Now, maybe having some sort of like you do a construction thing, a construction run, so, you know, to maybe build on those. So you do a job for, I don't know, say like Andre, because he does construction, doesn't he? So yeah, you're doing a job for, like, for him. And one of the jobs is basically you're going along and you got a trailer, you pick stuff up, so you're taking maybe, you know, vehicles, diggers, earth movers, stuff like that, and goods to to supply them to make a new business there. And therefore building that, I mean, it would be it wouldn't be like a constant thing where you could go up there and just do it, knock it out one after the other. It may be like, you do one part, and it takes a bit of time for them to use the materials, the goods that you've taken. So you might have to wait 4 or 5 days before you can actually go back again and do the next job for them to deliver something else. And at the end of it, it just actually creates a new business there. And then to me, then you've got another place then that you could actually, you create a new business, which means you could actually potentially extend the job, the missions, if you want to call them that, and add more to it. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know what it takes to go into all that. Also on the map, where are we? Well, we're there in a minute. We're just going past Pine Creek. But just say for argument's sake, I don't know. I don't know if it. I'm just going to use this bit of road here. Just say where my marker is at the moment. And again, it's a construction thing. Very similar to the other one. You provide the equipment. You take the equipment, the materials used, vehicles, etc. used to do it, and road building. And maybe build a road. Say, just for argument's sake, from where I started up to here as a shortcut, maybe like a toll road, and then you can actually, that road then, if you want to use that, it does actually cost you, but you actually help build that, but it's a shortcut or something to go across. Again, I don't know how difficult all this is going to be or how it would be. These are just my own thoughts of what I was thinking about when I've been playing the game. What else have we got? Yeah, I mean, with that as well, I mean, maybe certain bits, I think we've got some bits of water in that, maybe building, if we can like supply stuff, again, like I've just said, to build bridges, and stuff like that, to go across spans of water, or, create another road going over the highway or the motorway, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that was just some of the jobs and contracts I was thinking about. Let's get back to what am I doing? Let's go back to driving. What am I driving? Yeah, the other thing I was thinking about is you've got the speed traps. You've got static ones just set up along the side of the road. Maybe have like speeding vans, speed camera vans that just randomly sit, at the side of the road. So you could be going down the highway or something, and up on the side there's a van on the side, or little laybys on the side, where you might get a van sat there with a speed camera to get you, because you start to know where all the cameras are. Which, all right, you're not going to get you're not going to get fined or anything, but I don't know. Maybe that might make it a little bit different. And also, I've seen on some areas of the map you've got like bus stops. Now, I think they've said they are the AI trucks and stuff will be coming into the game. So, I mean, because you've got bus stops and that, are they going to add buses? It'd be nice to see buses to use those bus stops. Yeah, and other things as well was like roadworks on the road. Sorry, I am actually trying to read while I'm driving. So yeah, maybe roadworks, which might even be able to give you, again, new contracts for a construction. Maybe introduce, instead of having Andre and what was it, Iona, who does construction, maybe introduce someone else, or use those two to do these jobs. But yeah, build new roads and stuff like that. I think I've already mentioned that anyway. You shouldn't say, look, similar to texting and driving, don't read and drive. Emergency vehicles, and I said I've already mentioned the police speed cameras or something like that, but emergency vehicles, basically, like I said, you've got fire, police, ambulance, and maybe as you're driving along, they're not chasing you. I don't mean get chased by them, but you know, you're going along here, and then you've all of a sudden, you know, in your rear view mirror or your side mirror, you just suddenly see, you know, a blue flashing light coming up, and it's a fire engine or something like that on the way to a job. You know, you've got to get out of the way of it. But like roadworks, I was going back to the thing what I said about roadworks. Maybe some like yeah, having some cones and stuff like that. The only problem with that, I think, was obviously if you're on a time mission, it might create a problem. But no, seeing just little bits, things like that, it's just more added to the game, because like sometimes like doing this like we're doing now, just driving along, you know, along this highway, it just, well, it can get a bit boring. So the music, some people like the music, some people don't. I generally have the music off in this. I'm not really bothered, but I know some people are. Oh, by the way, all I did was we started off at the garage right down the bottom, and I just put a waypoint up to Osterhaven here, up to the filling station and the rest zone. Oh, I thought I was stopping then. Yeah, I don't really need it, but when we get there, I'll just put another point on to drive somewhere else while I'm just going through this. So what did I get to? Did emergency vehicles, didn't I? Yeah, I think I mentioned it as well, like transporting animals around and that. My next thing was going to be like, you know, animals in the fields, just to add a bit more to the scenery. But that will tie in then probably, you know, like delivering farm animals from market. I don't mean like taking them to slaughter, because some people might not like that. But yeah, collecting animals from markets to take to the farms or something like that, and then you'll see the animals in the fields, which, you know, that might be a nice little touch just to add to the scenery as well. Where we've just come off the highway, I do apologise for this driving. Like I said, I am trying to read at the same time, not really paying attention. What was I? Yeah, we've just come off the highway, or the motorway, whatever you want to call it. Maybe having some fuel and rest stops along there, you know, like truck stops, services, somewhere you can rest there instead of like, I mean, I know there was one place, oh, I can't remember where it was now. There's a bit where I think it's is he a Japanese businessman or something you go to? I can't remember now. But some of his time missions were ridiculous. They were, as far as I know, I don't know if they have been or this is what the update's going to do. He's going to change the times on them. But yeah, the sleep zone on that was actually on the pavement outside, which is just a bit of a daft place to put it, I think. But alright, you know, it can be changed by the look of it, because in the live video Soedesco had done, it basically, there was a sleep zone up the left hand side of the map, I think it was, which was just not looking on a bit of wasteland, and I think that's where one of the new garages is going to go, because I have a funny feeling one of the new garages is actually going into the left over there as well, which they're charging. I was going to put something on the map, wasn't I? Which I think, I know with previous videos they had different people commenting on how much you should charge, and some of it like ridiculously low. But yeah, I think what they said was like on their video it said like 20,000, which I'd say, yeah, I was thinking between 20 and maybe 20 and 30,000 for a garage or something. So I mean, you're not going to get it instantly then. But that wouldn't be a bad price, I would have thought. I think that if that's what the price is going to be on there, I think that is quite a good one. Right, I'm going to drive, where we're going to go this time. Alright, let's just drive over here. Come on, let me drive over there. Right, yeah. Yeah, so the price they came up with might not be a bad one. I think that's quite doable, because like I said, some people were saying like 5,000 or something like that. Well, it doesn't take long to do that, does it? And what's the point in opening all that up so early? It just spoils it. You've got to have something to work towards. So yeah, so I'm not watching the screen at the minute. I don't know how difficult it would be to implement this, but maybe like having tyre blowouts, breakdowns on your truck, which then means then obviously you're stuck on the highway or wherever, and you've got to pull over, and you have to call a recovery or repair vehicle to your truck. Don't know how possible that is. But maybe only that happen. I mean, all right, a blowout or mechanical breakdown, it can happen anytime. But it might, it's like I said, it's to maybe like if you're doing the regular maintenance on your vehicle, you know, like repairing your engine and replacing your tyres, blah blah blah. You know, if you haven't done it after so many times, it will just start. You said something will happen if you don't do it. Just random, not every time, obviously, just a random thing, which I think might be a nice little touch. And again, like I said, one of the jobs I said about earlier was maybe having a recovery truck brought into the game, where that's another contract jobs you can actually go and do for somebody. You can actually go and collect broken down vehicles. That could be quite nice. I don't know, but yeah, that's one of the other things I thought. Trucks getting dirty, so you can clean them. Now I know they're bringing into this new update I think it's the crash system or something like that. So at the moment, obviously, you hit something, which I'm sure someone hit me then. But if you hit something, you don't actually see any damage or anything. It does slightly affect your vehicle. I don't know if you've seen one of my other videos where it was actually pulling to the right or the left or something. So yeah, it does actually make a difference. But you know, if you're introducing that, I don't know whether something like that will come into it. But you know, either you go back to your garage to do that, to clean the truck, or maybe you know there's a separate garage inputted into the game somewhere where you can go and like you know a truck wash. I don't know. Maybe something like that you have to go to if you want to do that. And yeah, and yes, it does cost money. It's not. I didn't see him in my mirror. That was close. Yeah, so yeah, maybe something like that to add to it. I think seasons was mentioned in this video I saw, and that was one thing I had down. Now he did say that it was quite difficult to implement all that. I get it, but I don't know. I mean, you've got the rain in here. Maybe could you add fog? I know the snow bit is a bit. I said it's probably quite difficult as well, but I don't know. I'd like to see seasons in it, but whether it can be done or not, or whether they want to do it or not, is a different thing. I honestly don't know. Another one. I know this is a lot. I'm saying them on this, and my driving is absolutely appalling. Certain jobs, introducing like insurance to do the jobs. Look, there's a speed camera. No, it's not. I thought that was a speed camera. Yeah, maybe insurance for jobs, and I mean that in a way of like you know. You've got to have that insurance, which obviously again you pay for, to do certain. I don't know whether it's insurance or a license or something like that. You know, to deliver and pick up and collect different trailers carrying different things. Maybe having an insurance thing on there. That might be quite interesting as well. I honestly don't know. Right, I'm going to pull over here a minute. Like I said, I do like this rain. It has got so much better. Just trying to see if I missed anything on there. One of the other things, yeah, I put on there was being able to unhitch your trailer. Because once you go in, not all jobs are timed. Now, if they were, I can understand it. So obviously, maybe a time job you can't do it on. But maybe if you've picked a trailer up and you haven't noticed that your sleep's down or your fuel's low, being able to unhitch your trailer and just to go and get fuel or something, that might be a silly idea. I don't know. To say, well, you should check that before you start the job, which is, you know, fair enough, but not everybody's perfect, because I've done it myself. But no, that was another idea I had. Whoa, there you go. Just caused an accident there. My fault. Yeah, fixing disappearing people and cars. I've noticed if you go along, driving along, and people suddenly walk, just walking down the street, and near the curb, their wheel like just disappear, which is a bit strange. I don't know if that's actually been altered in the new there's a camera in the new update. But cars. Now, I think it was said that if you have an accident, then the car... Whoa! My brakes did not work. Oh dear. Whoops. Sorry, governor. Oh, we're going to sit there now. Bugger. Go around him. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh yeah, disappearing people and cars. Yeah, the people, like I said, walking on the pavement. No, the cars, I think they said, like, if you have an accident, the car will just suddenly disappear, so you carry on, otherwise you get, you know, you can get, like, hooked up onto it and stuff. I get that. It's okay. Not that much of an issue to me, it's not a problem. I don't know what to do differently, but maybe just let him pull over or just drive off or whatever, I don't know. Leave that as it is, maybe. But the cars disappearing when you're just driving along, I've had quite a few. When I'm just driving along like this, there's a car coming down the road, and like this one here, and it all of a sudden gets there and disappears. It vanishes. It doesn't even appear in your mirror, and you actually see it just vanish in front of you, and it is very, very strange, that one. So yeah, maybe please fix that. Like I said, it might already been done or looking at doing with this update. I honestly don't know. And yeah, this rain, I love the rain in this, but does it have to be so often? I've never known it rain so much. And Autocenter on the, if you're using a control, I use a controller to play this game. Now when you're driving along and you're using your right thumbstick, I'm on the Xbox, and you're using your right thumbstick to look around like this, it stays there. Because when I turn corners, I actually like to look to see what's coming. But maybe if you're not holding your thumbstick over there, after say like 3 or 4 seconds or whatever, when it's like, if you leave it like that, it automatically centers itself again. I think it was done on the steering wheel, but you know, I won't mind that on the controller as well, because like I said, some of my videos I've done, I think I'm driving along like this, and it's not a very good view. I'm trying to keep it like that as much as possible, so you can see as much as possible. But yeah, maybe having that as a center, I don't know, I'm just saying, maybe like that center, so when you've turned like that and you haven't touched your thumbstick, after 3, 4, 5 seconds or something, it goes back to there. Or you can move it back yourself, or, you know, I don't know. That was just another thing. What have we got next? Yeah, maps. What about having a new map? Or people saying about having new maps. Well, let's just get on again. One of my thoughts on having a new map is, actually, let's just set a new waypoint. I keep pressing the wrong button there. Yeah, let's go down to there. Yeah, with new maps, maybe having it so you're part of that map. You don't. A new map could be you help build that new map, as in, again, with construction, you build the road to get to another part of the map. So it's just adding on and making this map bigger, maybe. So you add on to that, you know, like I said earlier, building roads and bridges and stuff like that to get to different places. Maybe a new map could be a slow expansion of the map, and stuff like that. Or if you are building new maps, again, having bridges, if it's not going to be connected, you can't drive to it, maybe have it so, or if you can drive to it, maybe over water, so you can build a bridge to get to it. That's how we unlock the map, or something like that. Or a ferry terminal. So we have to go to the ferry port, and then obviously we pull up there, and then we just basically fast travel to the new map. That was my idea, maybe, of how to transform and get to other maps and stuff. But also with the they're saying about the, where are we? Sorry, I'm gonna pull over here a second. Yeah, the updates and that. So I asked about paying for it. Now, I know they said the price of it, I think it was like 35. I think it's 35 pound for me in the UK. I personally, considering some of the other games I've played and got, for the game, I think it was a bit. It should have been half the price. I'm saying. I'm not saying it should have. It's just my own personal thing. I play Call of the Wild, and from Expansive Worlds, and I think the game costs something like £15 or £16 to start with. Now, how they've done it, and it might be an idea for these guys as well at Soedesco, is additions like, adding, say, animals to it in the fields or whatever like that. Some things were like free. Oh, we've just gone past. There's that dirt track just by that garage there. I think that's where the new garage is all about coming. Oh my god, I forgot what I was saying now. Oh yeah, to do with paid updates. Yeah, the sorry about that. My mic suddenly stopped working for some reason. I have no idea why. Yeah, with updates, with Expansive Worlds, what they did, I think it was like £15 for their game, which was quite a good price, I thought. Excellent price. I do think the 35 was a bit much for this, as it was, considering the state it was in. But what the Expansive Worlds have done, I think basically the updates are free, but like map expansions and that you pay for, and I think here in the UK I pay something like £5.5, £5.50, something like that, under £6 for an a DLC map. And they do like weapon packs in that, which you pay, for me, something like £2.50, £2.30, something like that. Now in Spans, in this game, maybe, obviously certain updates are free, but map expansions charging something like that. I mean, like I said, it was no more than £6 for a map. And the extra, like the weapons in there. Well, in this, why don't we have maybe like custom accessories? We can change our trucks at the moment, with what we've got to unlock those. But maybe, unlocking custom parts, other custom parts, and that, extras that we've got to pay for. Which might be another way of them. Us getting more content and Soedesco getting more money. I wouldn't mind that. Though how Expansive Worlds have done it, I think is quite good, and I think they've got their prices right, because I think that is quite a popular game anyway. So yeah, maybe looking at doing something like that. As I said, you're making money as well then, and it's not expensive. I think sometimes it's just some companies get too greedy. And just try and charge as much as they possibly can for something, and people just get fed up of it. I won't play a game where you've got to buy something to continue. It's like, nah, I ain't doing that. So I've got games I play that I won't, and I can't do anything with on some of them because I've already finish the game or something. But I don't want. I'm not interested in getting the rest of it again. Does my head in when people do stuff like that. Right, let's go back up there. I'm actually going to go this way. See if it takes us that way. Any other way. I'm almost done on that actually. So we did paid DLC and that. As far as I understand, like I said, the damage system's coming. I think I've mentioned buses. These are just my own thoughts on the game, because I said I do like the game. I love the game. And I can see there's a lot of potential in it. Did I just go past? Let's go on. Oh no, wrong one. What am I doing? Let's come out of thingy here. Was it up there? Yeah, I think there was something up here. I'm not going to get out now, am I? Am I going to get clouted? I did notice on the new update the cars seem to have a bit more about themselves, as in, they had a bit more sense than some of these ones in this version at the moment. Yeah, what I was on about was the areas. Look, you've got like an area there with just some cars in, and there's a dirt track going up the top, and it's fenced off. Now, some areas are bigger than that, I think. Maybe being able to build on that, supply vehicles, machinery, just delivering it to the site so they can build on that. But it doesn't happen instantly, you might not be able to go back there for another week or something like that, or whatever time delay, But that's just some of the thoughts I've got on, like, jobs and maybe some changes or additions to the game. Yeah, that is another one. Now, whether this has already been thought out, you've got a track there. I personally think that's being left to add on anyway. I don't know, but it just seems a bit weird putting that there. What are you stopping for? Oh, okay. I just think it's a bit weird having that there and not doing anything with it. So I'm pretty sure there must be a thought process behind that to that's maybe a new contract, new business is going to go there. But that's the sort of thing I'm thinking of. Right, well, anyway, don't want to go on any more. Like I said, I haven't done any missions or jobs in this episode. So anyone who's watched this and managed to stick to the end, thank you very much. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you agreed or liked any of the things I've said in this, please add it in the comments below, or even your own views and opinions on it. I mean, I've always said, no idea is a bad idea, but every idea can be improved on. So you think of something, and constructive criticism is all I believe in. And like I said, if you turn around and say, oh, that idea is no good, it's absolutely rubbish, it's crap, and say, okay, then how can that be improved on? Oh, I don't know, but that idea is rubbish. That to me is just like, you know what, I ain't got the time of day for people like that. It's just like, if unless you've got something better, then shut up. Basically, that's how I've always been. So yeah, this here is where the other garage, the same, is going to be. I think it was about here, right next to this. So I don't know whether they're going to change this bit of wasteland and build something. I know they did look up, he did pull up to here. I didn't actually hear what he said about it though. But yeah, that could be a garage, because it is a building, isn't it? With something going on. You need a bigger door than that though, I think. So yeah, if you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and that. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, because this is a new channel, and just liking it and subscribing is going to help it get noticed on YouTube and that. I am new to this, but I just enjoy making the videos. Some people might find them boring, I don't know, but anyway, thanks for watching. I hope Soedesco might see this if I decide to put it out. So I said I've had to redo it again because I saw that their live stream video. If I can get a link to it, I will put it in the description below. But again, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and they did say, I'm going to try and put this out very quickly, or either today or tomorrow, and it is Monday today. I think they said they were thinking that the Xbox update possibly before the weekend. Now, I don't know because of the hassle they had with the PS4, and I think they took it off within a few hours because of the problems it was causing. So, but anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.